It's Thursday, September 11th, 2025, and I'm Dave Soap. 4 things to know today. Oracle bets big on an AI-driven cloud boom, but cracks in enterprise adoption raise doubts. Fresh data shows most companies see no new revenue from AI despite the hype. Microsoft shifts Copilot pricing and leans on Anthropic to sharpen Office 365. And Colin Knox returns with MSP-centric, promising to finally fix PSA integration. Here's why it all matters. This is the business of tech. I'm going to talk about the buzziest item first, but note, I don't necessarily think it's the story of the day. Oracle Corporation has made headlines with its remarkable revenue projections, forecasting a substantial growth in its cloud server rental business, expecting it to soar from $10 billion in fiscal 2025 to $144 billion by fiscal 2030. This surge is attributed to a significant increase in new contracts, with Oracle reporting a staggering 359% boost in its business backlog, driven by partnerships with major artificial intelligence firms, likely including a deal with OpenAI. In contrast, the company's stock price has seen a dramatic rise, increasing by as much as 27% to $307 per share in after-hours trading, following the announcement. Oracle's capital expenditures for the current fiscal year are projected to reach $35 billion, a 67% increase from fiscal 2025, reflecting its aggressive investment strategy to expand its cloud capabilities amidst rising demand for AI processing. Oracle's co-founder and CTO, Larry Ellison, stated that the future of enterprise artificial intelligence is shifting from training large models to prioritizing AI inferencing, which enables real-time business value. A recent survey indicated that 95% of chief information officers believe generative AI has significant potential to enhance productivity and customer experience, positioning Oracle as a key player in the landscape. However, analysts caution that if the demand for artificial intelligence diminishes, Oracle's ambitious growth plans may face significant risks. Why do we care? Oracle just said their cloud business is going from $10 billion to $144 billion in 5 years. That's a 14 times jump, and Wall Street loved it. Stock popped 27%. But let's be real, that's a bubble bet. They're pouring $35 billion into infrastructure, assuming AI demand will keep climbing. Meanwhile, the Census Bureau just told us enterprise AI adoption is slipping, and 95% of users aren't seeing new revenue. So yeah, Oracle's chasing NVIDIA-style glory, but the question is, does the demand hold up, or are they overbuilding for hype that won't deliver? For providers, the takeaway isn't Oracle's cloud. It's watching whether the AI infrastructure boom outpaces actual customer ROI. This episode is supported by Syncro. Syncro, the integrated remote monitoring and management and professional services automation platform, is designed for mid-sized and growing managed service providers. Its latest innovations include an AI-powered smart ticket management system with automatic ticket classifications, guided resolution steps using pre-approved scripts, and a natural language smart search function. These tools streamline ticket handling and improve response times. Discover more at syncromsp.com. And in fact, I was interested more in data like this. Recent data reveals a notable decline in the use of artificial intelligence at large companies, marking the largest drop since surveys began in 2023. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, AI adoption among firms with over 250 employees fell from nearly 14% in June to under 12% in August, while smaller businesses saw slight increases in usage. The decline raises concerns for investors and executives who have heavily invested in AI technologies, believing they would transform business operations. However, reports indicate that 95% of U.S. companies utilizing AI have not generated new revenue from the technologies. As companies reassess their reliance on AI, many are beginning to rehire human workers, acknowledging that the technology has not lived up to earlier expectations. According to Gartner, all work in information technology departments will involve artificial intelligence by the year 2030. Currently, 81% of IT tasks are performed exclusively by humans, but Gartner predicts that in 5 years, 75% of IT work will be enhanced by AI, with the remaining tasks handled by automated systems. Analyst Daryl Plummer stated that while the shift to AI will provide IT departments with greater labor capacity, organizations must demonstrate their value to retain this capacity. He emphasized that businesses may face challenges in effectively implementing AI due to rising operational costs and the necessity for continuous exploration of use cases. Plummer also noted that 65% of chief information officers are not seeing a return on their AI investments. And a recent report indicates that employees skilled in artificial intelligence are less likely to face layoffs as companies adapt to AI-driven changes. According to a General Assembly survey, 54% of technology hiring managers anticipate layoffs within the next year, but more than 3/4 believe that affected employees can be successfully upskilled or reskilled. The report highlights a shifting workforce, with demand rising in certain areas while declining in others, emphasizing the need for organizations to align AI adoption with employee training and development. Why do we care? Here's the reality check. AI adoption at big companies is falling, down from 14% to under 12%, and 95% of users aren't seeing new revenue. Translation: the hype isn't paying the bills. Some firms are even rehiring humans after betting too hard on AI. Gartner's out there by saying by 2030, all IT work will touch AI. Maybe, but right now, 65% of CIOs aren't seeing a return. That gap is the problem. And in the workforce, if you've got AI skills, you're safer from layoffs. That's the one solid takeaway. Upskilling matters. For MSPs and providers, the play isn't selling AI dreams, it's proving where it saves money, boosts productivity, or helps customers compete. Otherwise, you're just pushing hype while clients cut back. A new licensing standard called Really Simple Licensing, or RSL, aims to empower web publishers by allowing them to set terms for how artificial intelligence developers can use their content. Major brands including Reddit, Yahoo, Medium, and Quora have announced their support for this initiative, which builds upon existing web protocols to enable publishers to specify licensing and royalty terms for AI data scraping. The RSL standard allows site owners to charge fees for AI bots crawling their sites, either through subscription models or pay-per-crawl fees. This initiative comes amid ongoing legal disputes between AI firms and content creators, highlighting a need for a unified approach to content licensing. According to the RSL Collective, which is spearheading the movement, their goal is to create a scalable business model that facilitates fair compensation for content creators, ultimately addressing the legal gray areas surrounding AI training data usage. And Microsoft is taking a significant step to reduce its reliance on OpenAI by partnering with the startup Anthropic to enhance its Office 365 applications. The tech giant plans to incorporate Anthropic's advanced models for features in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, following months of negotiations with OpenAI regarding its restructuring plans. According to sources involved in the initiative, Anthropic's technology has outperformed OpenAI's in automating tasks like financial functions in Excel and generating visually appealing PowerPoint presentations. With over 100 million customers using Office 365 Copilot, Microsoft aims to maintain the current subscription price of $30 per user per month while integrating these new capabilities. And the United Arab Emirates has unveiled a new open-source artificial intelligence model called K2 Think, which is designed for advanced reasoning and rivals the capabilities of leading models from the US and China. Developed by researchers at the University of Artificial Intelligence, the model has 32 billion parameters and demonstrates significant technical innovations, including effective simulated reasoning and agentic planning processes. Eric Zing, the university's president, emphasized that K2 Think's ability to perform complex reasoning tasks is comparable to larger models with over 200 billion parameters, such as those from OpenAI. The model's development involved thousands of graphic processing units and was optimized for efficiency on specialized Cerebus hardware. Alibaba's Qwen team has launched its latest large language model, Qwen 3-Max Preview, boasting over 1 trillion parameters, making it the company's largest model to date. This new model outperforms its predecessor and competes closely with leading models in the industry, showcasing strong performance across various benchmarks. The model features a maximum input of just over 250,000 tokens and a maximum output of roughly 33,000 tokens, significantly enhancing its context handling capabilities. Initial tests indicate that Qwen 3 Max Preview not only responds faster than competitors, but also avoids common pitfalls seen in language models. However, it's important to note that while the model is available through various platforms, it has not been released under an open source license, requiring users to access it via paid API options. Why do we care? So now you got a really simple licensing standard. Reddit, Yahoo, and others want to make AI companies pay when scraping their sites. Sounds great, but unless there's teeth, big AI firms may just ignore it. The content side will need to band together here. And this isn't just about big publishers. Plenty of SMBs, think local news sites, niche blogs, training firms, and even MSPs producing thought leadership, are generating content that AI companies quietly ingest. If RSL gains traction, those smaller players could finally have a mechanism to say our work has value and either control usage or demand compensation. For service providers, the play is twofold: protecting your own IP and advising customers who publish content on how to leverage or defend against these new licensing rules. Microsoft, on the other hand, isn't waiting around. They're sliding Anthropic into Office 365 because, hey, maybe Claude does PowerPoint better than GPT. That's real, and it's in front of customers. And sure, the UAE and Alibaba are waving around new big models, but unless your SMB customers running sovereign AI or wants a trillion-parameter Chinese chatbot, that's not today's problem. What matters is this: Microsoft's AI keeps changing under the hood, and RSL might change the rules of what content AI can touch. Those are all moves worth tracking. Microsoft has announced that starting in October, its sales, service, and finance copilots will be bundled into the Microsoft 365 Copilot offering at no additional cost. This change simplifies pricing for users, bringing the total cost down to $30 per user per month, a significant decrease from the previous combined price of $50. Currently, businesses pay $30 per month for basic Copilot access and an additional $20 for the extra features related to sales, service, and finance. This bundling strategy is part of Microsoft's efforts to streamline its Copilot subscriptions while integrate more artificial intelligence tools within its productivity suite. MSP-Centric is officially launched, aimed to tackle the challenge of professional services automation integrations within the IT channel. Founded by Colin Knox, this new venture has already partnered with notable companies such as SonicWall and DNS Filter, positioning itself to help vendors streamline growth and enhance experiences for managed service providers. Colin emphasized the importance of these integrations, stating, quote, "PSA integrations have long been the hidden tax of the channel," end quote, highlighting their costly and time-consuming nature. MSP-Centric's aim is to simplify these integrations, allowing vendors to focus on innovation while providing MSPs with efficient solutions. Why do we care? So Microsoft just took Copilot from $50 down to $30, bundling all the extras into one price. Translation: AI is now the default in Microsoft 365. That means you're not selling it anymore. Your job is to make sure customers actually use it, or you're just fielding tickets about why Excel's AI isn't magic. And Colin Knox is back, launching MSP-Centric to tackle PSA integrations, calling them the hidden tax of the channel. He's not wrong, but remember Gradient? That didn't set the world on fire. Vendors might sign up, but if this doesn't deliver real efficiency, it's just another middleware tax. MSPs should wait and see if it actually makes life easier before betting on it. Thanks for listening. It is, of course, September 11th, which Americans should take a moment to recognize. Perhaps with No News is Good News Day, or even something lighthearted like National Hot Cross Bun Day. Or maybe not. I'm previewing some upcoming additions to the show lineup on my Patreon at patreon.com/MSPradio. New content is coming. Sign up now to get very early access. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you've enjoyed the show, make sure you've subscribed or followed on your favorite platform. It's free and helps directly. Give us a review, too. If you want to support the show, visit patreon.com/MSPradio and you'll get access to content early. Or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Have a question you want answered? We take listener questions, send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video to question@mspradio.com. I answer listener questions live on our Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn. If you've got a comment or a thought on a story, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. And if you want to advertise on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again on our next episode.
part of the MSP Radio Network.